for work, just like everyone else. When you get to work, you do the same amount and quality of work, just like everyone else. You have the same experience and qualifications, just like everyone else. Wouldn't you be expected to be paid the same, just like everyone else? However, if you are a woman, and just because you're a woman, you will not be paid like everyone else. This is a reality that many women in the United States have been facing and dealing with for a very long period of time. Not only am I a woman who advocates for women's rights, I also advocate for gender equality. I hope one day in our country we will no longer see the gender inequality that takes place day by day. Men and women should be paid equally because it can help end gender discrimination in our country, can alleviate a large group of people from poverty, and can boost the American economy. Equal pay is not just a women's issue. It is a human's issue because it affects people like me and you. It affects our entire community. In my presentation today, you will hear my argument for equal pay in the United States by first, how it can help end gender discrimination, something we've seen for too long in our country. Second, how it can help alleviate a large group of people from poverty. And lastly, how it can actually boost the American economy. Now let's talk about gender discrimination. Equal pay first became a topic of discussion in 1945 with the Women's Equal Pay Act. This was the first national legislation that talked about equal wages between men and women. However, Congress was not ready for this bold legislation because it ultimately failed, according to DuBose 2017. From the very beginning in the United States, equal pay was not dismissed and not seen as an important, valuable topic in our world. However, that changed in 1963 with the Equal Pay Act. This one did pass. This stated that no employer should discriminate wages on the basis of sex, according to DuBose 2017. This called for the legal closure of the pay gap, so you would expect it to be closed. However, it only grew and strengthened from here. In 1980, women only made 62 cents to the man's dollar. 62 cents, according to Olin, June 2018. Today, women who work full-time only make on average 80% of what men earn. This also expands across racial boundaries. Black women only earn 53 cents to the man's dollar, while Hispanic women only earn 54 cents to the man's dollar, according to Covert, July 2018. Now, many people claim that women choose to enter into fields that historically pay less. However, this is simply inaccurate. In the 2018 Academia's employer's average salary for men was $108,068. Women in the exact same field only earned $85,161, according to Botchley 2018. Women in the exact same field, the same degree, same experiences, and same ideas were paid a significantly less amount of money, simply because they were women. Now that you see how equal pay can help end gender discrimination, let's talk about how it can alleviate people from poverty. More and more women in our country are entering the workforce and becoming sources of income for not only themselves, but for their families. Single mothers in the United States make up 1/5 of families with children. This family's poverty rate is at 28.3%. Compare that to the national poverty rate, which is only 13.2%, according to Mitchell 2010. Single mothers' poverty rate is double that of the national poverty rate. This is a significant problem that we need to address as a society. With equal pay, women have a more opportunity and equal opportunity to relieve themselves from poverty, which is something no one in this country should ever have to deal with. According to the Colorado Springs Business Journal of September 2018, if women were paid wages equal to that of men, the poverty rate would cut in half and add $512.6 billion in wage income. That is a lot of money that women are simply not getting. Something that could help them in a great need to relieve themselves from poverty by making everyday ends meet. Equal pay does not just help the women's income. It helps boost the families, spouses, and children of these families, all lifting them up from poverty to have a better life, something we all should deserve. Now that you see how equal pay can help relieve people from poverty, let's talk about how it can boost the American economy as a whole. With the current wage gap in America, the economy is losing money right now as we speak. Gender inequality in the workplace could cost the world more than $160.2 trillion in lost earnings, according to the Time News Service, October 2018. Not only is this a national level, but it is a global problem as well. That is a lot of money that could be going into the American economy, but it's simply not being there. It's vanished. Women who work full-time lose $900 billion in economic benefit, according to Colorado Springs Business Journal of September 2018. Women are not seeing this in their incomes and is not seeing them in their life. If women were paid wages equal to that of men, they would have a greater opportunity to provide goods and services for themselves, a luxury that many women in our country do not have right now. With this goods and services being purchased, it boosts the American economy. It adds money back into our system and boosts our world. Equal pay is not just supporting women's income. It also supports our businesses here in the U.S. Starbucks and Salesforce, two notable U.S. companies, have acknowledged the pay gap within their companies and have taken several steps to help eliminate them, which have been proven successful. Worker productivity in these companies increased 19% above industry averages, according to Aulgur, June 2018. Not only do women's income boost, but also it benefits the workforce environment. When women are seen as equal to that of their male coworkers, they have a positive outlook and a good understanding of what they need in the workforce. Bornstein 2018 states, "It is unfair and economically inefficient for employers to profit off of discrimination. Discrimination of any kind is not okay, and we've established that in the United States. Why then does our pay gap continue to grow and the gender discrimination that we see is not closed?" Businesses need to realize the benefit of hiring a diverse workforce. New faces bring new perspectives, fresh ideas, and innovations to companies, according to the Colorado Springs Business Journal, September 2018. Businesses need to get rid of the thinking that equal pay hurts them. It only benefits them. Businesses that close the pay gap are seen in a positive light and boost the employers. Now that you see how equal pay can benefit the American economy, let's recap all that I've argued. Once again, equal pay is not a women's issue. It's not a women's problem, and it's not something for women just to figure out themselves. It is a human issue. It affects people like me and you. It affects our community. Today, you've heard my argument for equal pay by first, how it can help end gender discrimination, something we've seen for too long in this country. Second, how it can help alleviate a large group of people from poverty. And lastly, how it can help boost the American economy as a whole. You don't need to be a woman to support or care about equal pay. You just need to be someone who cares about equality and the success of our country to support equal pay. I encourage each and every single one of you not only to go out and support the women in your life, to support women's rights. Go out and vote in your local and national elections. Use your voice to stand up for the voiceless and for those who are not seeing equality and justice. Be part of the solution and not part of the problem when it comes to the inequality we see every day in this country. Hopefully, one day, when a woman wakes up and gets ready for work, just like everyone else, goes to her job, does the same amount and quality of work like everyone else, has the same qualifications and experiences just like everyone else, she will never have to question if she will be paid like everyone else because the pay gap will be closed with equal pay. Thank you.